Hi, my name is Anna. I'm the owner of Little Wings Sleep. I'm a certified sleep coach, and I love to help families teach their baby to sleep. We use a parent-present approach that's nice and gentle, and our job is to minimize that crying. Today, we are going to talk a bit about traveling in the air. It's something that at some point in life we're all going to need to do. Whether you need to do it with a baby or not has probably determined whether you're scrolling past this. I traveled to New Zealand with my daughter when she was 10 months old, and by myself. So it was a 14.5-hour flight, followed by a 3-hour layover and another 1.5-hour flight. It was really eye-opening, but I tried to learn as much as possible. I also had to travel with her when she was 6 months old to Florida from Vancouver, and so that was a 5 and a 4-hour flight. The Florida trip, I had a friend with me, but the New Zealand flight, I decided to do solo to spend more time with my family back home. So what were the things that made a successful flight? To be honest with you, she was a rock star. She actually ended up sleeping 9.5 hours out of the 14.5. So it was pretty great. The first thing is I looked at flight schedules. It was great because my flight was leaving at 6:40 p.m. and she goes to bed at 7. So I was like, no problem. The hard thing is we didn't have takeoff until 8:30. Yep, that's right. It was an hour, almost 2 hours of sitting on the runway. It was really tough. However, she was amazing. So what did I do? Well, I tried to keep things as normal as possible. I bought her sleep sack with me, I put her in her pajamas, and I did her bedtime routine. The key is being organized. Sometimes when we're leaving, we're like, oh, I forgot this, I forgot that, but pack your baby bag first. One of the key things that I actually did was, a friend told me about this, was to put everything in different Ziploc bags. I had snacks in one, I had diapers and cream and wipes in another, I had spare clothes in a different one, toys in another one, books in another one. The reason being is even though we have a diaper bag, if you're going to an airplane bathroom, they are tiny and it is hard to change a baby in there. So you don't want to be taking this giant diaper bag. You want to be able to take out a Ziploc with your couple of diapers, the change pad, the wipes, and the cream. You can go into the bathroom and get it sorted. I have to say, on one of our domestic flights, she actually exploded like everywhere on takeoff and of landing. And it went through 2 sets of clothes. But I was able to manage it because I had everything organized. So keep everything organized and have lots of sets of everything. I think like 2 or 3 sets of clothing is good. Having at least, like, if you're thinking your baby goes through a diaper every 2 hours and you're traveling for, say, like 10 hours, then you're going to be carrying about 8 to 10 diapers. You don't want to be caught out. Whatever you have in your diaper bag, it doesn't mean that you can't have your secondary lot in your carry-on as well. So I would have like 5 diapers in my diaper bag and then the rest stored away in my carry-on up above so that if I needed more, I could get more. So the first thing is to be organized. The second thing is to keep things normal. So we put on a sleep sack and then I actually rocked her to sleep. Now you would think, oh my goodness, she's a sleep coach. She doesn't rock her baby to sleep. Well, my friend, sometimes your baby just needs to get to sleep and we just need to do what we need to do to get it to sleep. And so we encourage you to do anything but feeding your baby to sleep. Now, it's a little bit different on takeoff and landing because they need to feed to help with their ears. So pressure gets built up in their ears, and what I didn't know is that we were actually traveling with an ear infection. So I had gone to the doctor and the doctor had said, no, you're good, but actually she had an ear infection. So that feeding on takeoff and landing was even more important. And when babies are overtired or overstimulated, they feed. They get more and more food, just like we do. Have you noticed that you eat more when you're tired? Have you noticed you eat more when you're traveling and you don't eat as healthy either? Because you want carbohydrates and sugars that are gonna calm you right back down. So I kept things as normal as possible. I did her bedtime routine in the seat right there. I also made use of the people next to me. It was fantastic. I asked for a seat right up the front with a bassinet. And so that bassinet was put in when we were in the air, and so once she was asleep in my arms, I was able to put her there. I then was able to hang a swaddle over top of her so it was nice and dark. The air hostesses weren't too impressed. However, it worked a treat because she slept 9.5 hours. So, did I care that they gave me a stink eye? Not really. I also asked for that front seat because you end up with like an extra meter of leg room. So I had lots of bags, I had things sorted, and so even though they won't let you put your baby on the ground to play, you can at least have them on your lap and you're able to sort things out. And we had a spare seat next to us, which made things super easy. The next thing is have help on the other end. Don't be a martyr about this. If you're going to visit family and friends, clear up the expectations of what you would like to happen on the other end. I had my parents there on the other end and I said to them, I'm expecting that this is not going to go well, and so I do need you to take her for the next, so I can sleep. And they were prepared. They had scheduled time so that they were able to help her and play with her and enjoy being a grandparent because they're not here all the time. As well as when you're traveling in the air, don't be afraid of who's sitting around you. Like I just mentioned, the lady next to me was super helpful. She would get things out of bags for me. She held my baby when I needed to go to the bathroom and didn't want to have a baby on me. Or I had her in the wrap, which was super helpful. But people around you are more than willing to help. They would much rather help and know what's going on and that you're trying to help your baby settle than watch you think you're doing nothing. And as well as they all have experience too. They're more than happy to help, and once your baby's calm, then they're like, oh, what a sweet little baby. So they're invested in seeing your baby have a good flight as well because it's their flight too. The other thing that I did is I'm not a big one for entertainment on iPads or on TV. We actually don't have a TV in our house because we don't value it as a family, but we do watch Netflix on iPads and things like that occasionally. However, this is a circumstance where I had particularly downloaded some Peppa Pig and Paw Patrol, and it's okay for you to need that kind of backup plan. I would try and save that for the end of the flight so that then when the novelty's worn off and baby has woken up, you're able to have some calm time as you head towards landing. So just remember that everyone has been through this. You're not alone. People are more than happy to help. You just need to ask. And you are able to do this, and your baby will bounce back absolutely fine. Babies are really resilient, and so trust that their sleep skills are going to carry them through this. The calmer you remain, the easier it is for them too.
Hey there, Mama. Are you feeling exhausted, frustrated, and just a little defeated? I hear you, and I've been there, and thankfully, I can help. Let's teach your baby to sleep. I'm talking 10 to 12 hours of sleep each night. Little Wink's Sleep Baby program uses a science-based, gentle, parent-present approach that fosters healthy attachment while teaching independent sleep skills. We don't believe in letting your baby cry it out. This program includes everything you need, such as our insider strategies, both on night sleep and naps, as well as extras like our monthly live Q&A.